In the days before Australian food became interesting, potatoes were standard fare and there was little choice as to type. But then growers like Jeff Dobson in Victoria's Upper Goulburn Valley started experimenting.
Well, 27 years ago we grew one variety, the Kennebec. Now we're growing 14, I think, varieties. We're going to go for 2 boxes. I guess we're better. You can grow the potatoes almost in any conditions, provided you've got reasonable moisture, reasonable ground.
I thought that you needed sort of muddy Irish conditions to grow a good spud.
No, that's the last thing we want is muddy Irish conditions. Too much water ruins potatoes.
Jeff and his wife Bronwyn are now leaders in what's become a gourmet potato market. Many of the new varieties they're growing come from Europe, but they also have a terrific new local potato, the Toolangi Delight, named for the Department of Agriculture's Potato Research Station where it was developed.
They're beautiful to mash. They're lovely done in their jackets in the oven. Just a nice creamy white flesh potato and very pure white.
Potatoes, which originally come from South America, are the tubers for the plant and are there to produce the next generation of potatoes.
To harvest properly, the plant should be entirely dead, quite dead at the top. But when they're yellowing off, you can quite easily bandicoot some, what you might call new potatoes. You can scratch them out, dig the whole plant out, and that gives you new potatoes. But they've still got, even when they're yellowing off, still got quite a bit of growing to do.
About time you rolled up.
At Melbourne's Prahran markets, Michael Moe is known as the Potato Man. He's taken up the mantle from his Auntie Mary, whose photo presides over the stall and who occasionally still pops in to serve customers.
And my father started this market in the 1800s. There was Chinese market gardens along the Yarra, too young for you to remember, and they asked him to get all his Chinese friends and start the market, which he did.
Wow. And you've been here since the age of 5?
Yes.
And how old will you be next birthday?
84.
20 years ago, the stall sold all sorts of vegetables, but Michael was after something that would set him apart. And at that time, the first new varieties of potatoes were coming onto the market.
I've had people going overseas, they have all these different varieties. They come back here asking, have you got a waxy potato? I had no idea what they were talking about. So I made a few inquiries in the wholesale market. Then Tasmania started sending over these bingy potatoes, which are a nice yellow one, waxy, good nutty flavour. Took them home, boiled them up. Oh, yeah, more flavour. So then all of a sudden, people were buying, as they got to try them, they were buying more of these other varieties. Now we're selling mostly gourmet and just a few of the regular ones.
And now you're known as the Potato Man.
Yes.
Such is Michael's enthusiasm for potatoes, he cooks up new kinds for people to try at his stall, including his favourite, Dutch creams from Tasmania.
It is, it's a lovely flavoured potato.
Petroni, a lovely waxy potato, very firm, never fall apart. Bingy, virtually the same, just a bit more buttery.
And they look like a good chip potato.
Chip potato, yes. Nicola, very buttery potato, like a Desiree, which most people know about, but more on the butterier side, more flavour, makes the best mashed potato. King Edward, that is a nice English potato. Great for basically roasting and baking, terrific, or potato salads as well.
Lovely.
Pink Eye, also known as the Southern Gold, grown down in Hobart, Tasmania, north. South is better than north, I found, especially when they're grown in a very light sandy soil, also known as the Southern Gold. Terrific chestnutty flavour. We have Red Red, somewhere between Toolangi Delight and the Pontiac potato. So good all-rounder. Desiree,
yes.
Good standby potato I found. The Kipler potato, also known as a German finger potato. Terrific as a potato salad.
They hold their shape really
that's
well,
right.
don't they?
And if you want to do like a presentation, dinner parties, terrific that way. There's also a pink one called a Pink for Apple.
You wouldn't like this one, would you?
Oh, of course not. Oh, it's going to be about the best potato I've ever eaten in my life. It's called a Dutch cream. It's going to be the cream of the crop. So it's like having a potato with butter and cream without all the fat and cholesterol.
Wow.
So if you're on a diet or health conscious, there you go. Just a bit of salt, that's all you need, nothing else.
But now the big difference is water content?
Water content and texture, flavour and colour. Some are very floury, some can be dry, others can be very buttery and creamy like these yummy ones. And then you've got in between, so different colour, taste, textures, so it depends what you're having with it. There's a potato for it.